Oh, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We about to break bread right now. Tidbit for the early comers, you feel me? Something special. I know some people hold it to the end. I got something for y'all at the end too, so hold up. But for the early comers, look, when it comes to you trying to understand why people don't get your purpose in their life, you feel me? You trying to understand why some people just keep trying to put you in this box when you been breaking the mold. You know what I'm saying? You been on top of your goal. So that being said, I need you to know, hey, with you breaking the mold, you got to be prepared for what that look like. You got to understand, there's going to be a lot of people that show up in your life. They not going to get it. But in order for them to get it, you got to keep on with it. You got to keep on pushing. Church C's, I see you, Queen. A1, I see you. You got to keep on pressing your line. Because they will find their way if you like the way. If you like the way. It all come with time. It all come with time. And being concerned about the ways of the soul you will come to find. That's the biggest concern out here. That's your main concern. That's what this was all intended for. That's why I say it's all about intentions. Here it is, the ego. The ego wants you to be so puffed out or puffed up about what may be going on. Have you pouting, you know what I'm saying, about different things that's going up or going out, going zone, you feel me? All alone, it's the experience that we here for. It's the experience. The egos think this experience of being physical, thinking about the ways that the flesh is really being alive. You feel me? It thinks that. But truth be told, it's not. That's not the ways of being alive. Y'all give me a second. Let me get a few of my people in here on TikTok. Please share the live on YouTube, please, for me. Family that's coming in, share the live. Hit the like button. That's how we get people in here. But we definitely about to save some lives today. You know, us being self-saving beings ourselves. You feel me? Self-saving beings ourselves. With that being said, I say, let it be done. Let it be done. Don't get so caught up in the ways of the flesh that you think this is the only experience. This is your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To behold a human experience, but you're far more. You're far more than that. And that's the only way you take back your power. We're human beings. So until you made it your state of being, you feel me? Until you make these understandings your state of being, it is not until then. It is not until then that you will be able to tap in or go within, so to speak, to free yourself. Lady Jack Jack, I see you, love. I see you. Y'all see me looking down. It's not because I'm not intentionalizing these conversations, because I'm trying to make sure to get everybody in here. Get all the family on deck so they know where we at. Again, with your perception being everything, right? Intention and perception is going hand in hand in this context. You feel me? If you can't perceive yourself as a thing, you can't be a thing. If you can't perceive yourself, thank you for the gifts, Cash. Cash. K Kush, thank you for the gifts, love. Thank you so much for the love and support. I really appreciate y'all. All the people that show love and support again. Recognize these are seeds that y'all planting in y'all future. Seeds that y'all are planting into a better life. You know what I'm saying? Seeds that y'all are planting for a harvest. Be ready for this harvest. Like I tell my people, hey, don't get so caught up that you don't recognize you got to prepare for the return. You feel me? Prepare for the return on your investment. See, for a lot of us, we not investing in things that's going to come back. Especially they ain't going to come back in the way we want them to. For a lot of us, we hoping the things that we doing don't come back. We hoping they don't come back on us. But let's not forget, perception is everything. And the way that you program your perception is through your intention. Through your intention. Through your intention. And you can look at it like your perception programs your intention. You feel me? That's why I say they go hand in hand. And it's important for man and woman to understand that. understand that we have to fix our perception of ourselves in order for us to have the things that we feel like we should have in this life. In order for us to achieve the things that's necessary for humanity to grow. Because within each one of us is a door that's closed right now that needs to be open for all of us to grow. For all of us to grow and continue to grow. I always bring up the conversation of, you ever think about who was the first person that ever surmised or had the idea for us to have phones? When you think about that, it's like, dang, you could imagine the type of ridicule that had to be going on at that time. The type of people that was on his head. You know what I'm saying? The type of things that were being said. Shoot, the person who wrote the dictionaries that a lot of people refer to was put in an insane asylum. So when you think about how people perceive people that can think outside the box, you have to be prepared for the onslaught, for the things that's going to come with you not just going with the status quo. You not just getting along to go along. I see you, Coffee. Good to see you, love. Good to see you, Coffee.
Good morning.
Good to see you, my G. Give me a second. Darn, they're kicking people out. Give me a second, y'all. They letting people in to my live. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second to fix this real quick. Receive. Alright, no. Alright. A lot of times we gotta recognize it's all about what we've perceived up until now. That's led to the life that we've been leading. So the only quickest way we could turn that around is to start programming ourselves with the information that we have found that is building us up. And even with that, let's do a weekly check of that information. Let's keep on expounding on that information and our understanding thereof. I appreciate y'all coming in, tapping that screen. Please share the live. If you're not already following me, send me a follow. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you send me a subscription, you feel me, or subscribe. But be that as it may, something is telling me, and I know it to be the spirit. I know it to be the ways of our ancestors that's telling me, for a lot of us, you need to know you broke the mold. So that's why a lot of people can't go where you about to go. That's why a lot of people that you thought you was going to love forever, appreciate you tapping that screen for me, Ray. A lot of people that you thought was going to go with you can't go. Because for one, they perception can't perceive where you going. You feel me? And the lack of understanding can't go. It can't go with you. It can't go with you. It can't. Count it all joy when certain people are removed out of your life. Count it all joy. Because it give you more time. It should give you more and more time to figure out what you're going to do with your life. Remember, the power of intention can program your perception. And your perception can affect your intentions. So it's important that you constantly grow your perception. Grow your perception. What you conscious of is the only reality you express, nothing else. You can't express what you ain't aware of. So it's important that you keep on furthering your understanding of things in life. Keep on revising what you understand about the things you do in life. You do feel like you get in life. You feel me? Honestly speaking, reason why I gotta let you know you gotta broaden your perception, because before you to become anything outside of your understanding of yourself or your perception of yourself, would be a violation of the state of being. So it's important that I keep on talking up to you and not talking down to you. Talk as though I know you're going to come around to it. You feel me? Or talk as though you here for a reason. And so this is what we down to do. All of this stuff is based in our perception. So if you don't like how life is coming around to you, we got to program our perception for better, y'all. We're going to reprogram what we once knew. Stop being fearful of your success. Stop. I'm reminded of my grandmama telling me, baby, you so scared to succeed that you keep on believing bad things. You feel me? That you keep on believing bad things. I become whatever I think. So therefore, I never tell myself what I ain't. I would never limit the divine power within me to be what I know I was meant to be. What's up with it, Abdul? What's up, Izza? How you doing? You feel me? It's actually the feeling of accomplishment manipulated to make everyone comfortable. It's all, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us are having so many symbolic victories is what I'm saying, y'all. You got this job. You got this going on. You bought this outfit. But all the while, you can't see how certain things is negatively affecting you. You can't see it. But here it is. They'll give you a handicap based on something that you don't even understand yet. You feel me? The fact that as humans, we can only relate to each other but so much because we all have different experiences at different times for different reasons. So therefore, there's always going to be, you feel me, this feeling of like, darn, I'm always feeling like I'm alone in this situation. I'm always feeling like I'm the only one that get it to the fullest extent because you know what? No one can ever be you. No one can ever be you. But once you get that through your head, you don't no longer keep on trying to fit in, prove yourself to people. You recognize it's for you to share your experiences. They either get what's meant for them to get out of it or they leave it. But they ain't rejecting you, they're rejecting the truth. But they won't ever get the truth if you don't live your truth. They won't never get it if you don't live your truth. For a lot of us, we so fearful of being successful. So fearful of being successful. For that same reason. Because we think we're going to disconnect some more. But truth be told, you're just feeling the honest truth of what it means to exist. What it means to exist in your unique form, in your unique time, for your unique reason, intention. Is shaping your perception. So I have to let you know, please intend to be the greatness that you've been seeking the whole time. And then you will see within you, as you dig deep, is a gold mine. And you will be able to say, I am that I am. And recognize that the first I am is merely you speaking it into life. And the second one is you sending out that battle cry. Give me 1 second, y'all. Dad game. What's up, King? What's up, son? Not yet, not yet. Let's get that stomach ready to receive it, okay? All right. You gonna do some exercises? All right, get them feet moving. Get them feet moving. But again, y'all, we have to get ourselves ready for things. And you do reprogram your perception and your intentions by saying, I am that I am. The first I am is recognizing that you exist, being in a state of being. The second one is to project it. You know what I'm saying? It's the battle cry. I am that I am. Put your emotions behind it. Put that feeling out there. Put your passion behind what you're saying. Because for a lot of us, we done been filled with so many excuses to stop. And so now we professional stoppers. We the brakes. We the brakes out here. You know what I'm saying? We putting the brakes to everything. Nah, you can't do that. You feel me? Come on now. Come on now. Repeat that I am until you forget your worries. Make sure y'all tap that screen, share the live. If you're not following me already, send me a follow. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Repeat the I am, that I am, that I am, that I am, that I am. Oh, you know it was, Queen. Good to see you, loved one. Loved one. You know, we got a deeper connection, you feel me? We need to connect soon. Repeat that I am that I am. Y'all make sure y'all show my queen Alyssa some love in the chat. Shell, I see you. Repeat that I am, right? Make sure y'all share the live, save a life today. Until y'all, until the thoughts of worry subside, until there is nothing left in your mind but remembering I am that 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 I am. Y'all hear the rhythm? It's all about rhythm. It's all about functionality. Once you get a thing down packed, speed it up, slow it down. It's like my mother used to tell me, say it front to back, so you know it now. You feel me? But the point is to hypnotize the mind, right? But before you do this, I would suggest that you write down what are you going to put in. Because, you know, when we saying I am that I am, usually we would say I am greatness. I am. See what I'm saying? So what are you going to put as your that? Write that down. Feel me? Come on now. We know who the great I am that I am. So tap into the great I am that I am. This how we do it, y'all. This how we do it. This how we take our intentions that much further. We put our energy behind it. Stand on this business, y'all. Stand on this. This is the business. When it was told I am about my Father's business, I am about the furthering, the forwardness of thinking. So we are repeating this. I am that 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 I am. Feel the tongue smacking up against the roof of your mouth. Recognize the connection. Recognize the connection from your mind to your mouth. So as we reprogram ourselves, as we recognize that since we was babes, we've been speaking the truth. Check into baby talk and do the comparison to Arcturian or the Arcturian's language. You feel me? What I would like to call the mother tongue or the heavenly instances. If you look into the language of the Hebrew, there's certain cameras or digital technology that as you start to say these certain words, there's letters or how do I put it? Yeah, letters or phrases that appear based on the vibrations that are coming through the vocals of you repeating these phrases. So when you think about that, y'all, it's all about your intentions. It's all about your intentions. I'm reminded, of, certain battles when people would be getting ready to fight, they'd just be like, and they would they would put their energy behind what they intending through their movements. But at the same time, they really not doing all this over proceeding talking. When we don't recognize a lot of the words that we use are spells. For a lot of us, we so caught up in the wording, in the gender roles, that we can't have a relation to each other. Simply on the symbiotic relationship we have with each other. No different than how we acquiesce to our mother. We can use this same acquiescing mechanism within us. Our ability to read each other. To be able to, acquiesce for a minute long enough to hear this person out. Feel the energy to figure out the best route for the solution for you and me. And that's why I come to you and I say, look, for those who made it this far, it's all about intention, y'all. It's all about intention. Once it becomes your nature or it becomes natural to you, it's nothing for you to walk in the way. But the way that we walk into it is to reprogram ourselves by intentionally doing it as we are now. Having these conversations, having these meetings of the minds, reminding ourselves of our connection with each other while we are showing up in certain times with each other. The importance of sensitivity to the ways of the spirit and not so much the oversensitivity to the ways of this physical. Because it's the imbalance of either that's causing the problem. But if you pay attention to the majority of the issues that we have in this world, it's based in our lack of in tuneness with our true feelings or fulfillment. For a lot of us, every time we feel something, we want to get, we want to take something or do something to take us away from that. But you got to recognize when healing is taking place. Reprogram the mind to not be so defined by scaredness of pain to the point you can't recognize progressive pain. You feel me? Like working out. Some of us are so fearful of pain we won't work out. Some of us are so fearful of the potential of pain that we won't work out our issues with other people. We so caught up in the wonders that we can't see the signs that it's time. These are not obstacles, yet opportunities. That it's time for you to show forth the signs of the greatness that is you. Otherwise, you are what you don't do. I think you know what I mean. You are what you don't do. You are the sum of the things that you don't do. And since you're not doing what you're supposed to, people look at you as though you lazy. Because we constantly just repeating the things we done already done before. Working jobs. Finding the same, giving the same solutions we've been given instead of expounding on the things that we have done. It's not just our ancestors that done this. We are the ancestors returning. We go from life to life. So as you think about coming back, let's just say, as you think about coming back, is there anything you would want to do with your lifetime? So when you do come back, when your children come through, they'll be better for you being here. And they'll know what they must do in order to better the lives of those who will be here. To guide them back to the divinity that is them. Not to lessen them to the point they can't get the lessons that is them. Don't wait until you pass away to get all the lessons that you could have got today. Or for you to be a lesson to somebody else. Because that's what's going to happen. Somebody else going to learn from your mistakes. Or the opportunities that you forfeited to be great. Because you kept on looking at the problems, the so-called perceived problems that came your way. It's just that. Problems that were so insurmountable that you couldn't do nothing about it. Instead of rising above and rising to the occasion to recognize these are opportunities to show what's always been prevalent within us. Our ability to find a resolve no matter what situations we find ourselves in. No matter what. And that's why I tell you it's all about intentions. So don't get caught up in what you may feel like you don't have today. Don't get caught up in what people have to say about you when you walking in the way. Don't get tired. Don't get tired of the understanding that you have learned along the way of, darn, you know what, as much as I relate to people, there's still certain things that I'll never relate to nobody but myself on. But don't feel so much dismay about that. That's your uniqueness. That's what makes you great. That's what makes you great. So you should be joyful. You should be joyful in the fact that you got an abundance of things to express that even you haven't reached the bottom of that gold mine or that treasure chest. Because you're still figuring out about yourself. Oh, what a wonderful day. Oh, what a wonderful day. When I heard him say, no matter how many times trouble may come my way, but it won't last always. And even this is merely a phase, but I don't want you to miss out on what the phase was for. It was meant for you to grow, and it was meant for you to know that all along, it's been all about you. And nobody forgot about you. And it's all because of care. Because the care that is out here for all of us. And for you to be more aware. For you to be more aware of who you are in this whole scheme of things. Recognize your power and your intentions. So you stop giving away your power to people who don't mean you no good and nobody around you. Recognize solutions are those things that's put forth for the upliftment of all that seek to uplift. Don't live in your survivor's remorse to the point nobody else can survive because you didn't put nothing forth. For a lot of us, we so scared to succeed because we know we going to put distance between other people that ain't doing nothing. But I say, if nobody does nothing, what will we have? What will we have but dismay? And it's only the ego that wants you to keep you determined to stay occupied and busy, distracted, with only concerned with the ways of the flesh, meaning only concerned with eating. And then even then, we being deceived in what we should be eating because of that little ounce of you that nobody else knows about, that you ain't took the time to get to know yourself, that you assume other people know something you don't. To the point you forfeit your faculties, your ability to think for yourself, and you give it off to other people, only to find out in the end, that's the sucker route. You've been trying to fit in this whole time. And if you feel like you ain't the type of person that gave in to peer pressure when you was in school because you understood, hey, man, it's all about being you. That's what make you cool. Or if you did and you learned your lesson and you no longer a fool, then recognize it's the same thing with everything in life. Study to show yourself improved. Know what you eating. Know what you believing about you. Because believe it or not, it's your perception or your understanding that affects your intentions in this life. If you feel like you ain't nothing, then you left to the precipitation of what comes to somebody who ain't nothing. And I know it to be true. My mother, man, she went out her way to make sure me and my sisters had. My father went out his way to make sure me and my sisters had. But I was being sold certain things in my environment, or I was so entranced by the struggle that I chose the struggle. That's why I tell people my sincerity is my credentials, but let's not get it twisted. I recognize there's a necessary balance, even in the struggle. Understanding the struggle, understanding the greatness that comes by way of you learning to struggle properly to the point you begin to thrive in all days and time, because you know how to take care of yourself no matter what goes awry. No matter what goes awry in your life. To the point, you know what? I know I'm going up. No matter who step or who don't. Because my intentions is that. And I recognize the power of my intentions, regardless to what other people may have intended for my life. I intend to be great. And I intend to bring greatness to anybody who comes my way. Otherwise, I know they will be removed. They will be removed from my life. Don't get me wrong. I see the people that leave. It feel away. And I still love those folks. I still love them, no matter what they got to say about me. But I get it. It come with that. When you taking the step out to be great, because you know the only way to be great is to help other people along the way, right? When you take the step out, it's other people that want to take advantage of certain people too. So when they see you helping for real, they're going to have to try to destroy you by discrediting you to see if the other people believe things about you too. But once they find out, you know, darn, that's not working, they'll try to destroy you physically. Never forget. Never forget, it's your perception of you that's going to determine what you're able to do in this life. Don't worry what other people think they're going to do. What? It's funny to me. It's funny to me. Because even when you was down, you was running to me. Be grateful that you're not who you used to be. Be grateful you're not who people trying to portray you to be. Be grateful because you know when the light is pointed to you and the light is pointed to me, we know we going to shine. And we going to shine bright. when the time is right. But believe it or not, for a lot of us, you got to recognize it's going to come with some hate. Especially when you living in a time and day where it's okay to be a hater. You feel me? When it's so-called okay to be a hater, you got to recognize and say, you know what? It come with it. My G, bro. Please reach out, my bro. Please reach out, my bro. I need you to hit my line, my G. Because I sure been, man, speaking to reach you. I've been sure speaking to reach you. Seeking to reach you, my G. Give me a second, y'all. I'm finna grab my charger real quick. Trying to grab this charger real quick. But it's all about your intentions, y'all. Hey, baby. It's all about you are. Look like you're doing a good job, too. And that's, man, see? That's why we be, man, getting these feelings, bro. Think about it. If I've been designed to talk to you, and you're going to hear the rest of this conversation, you feel me? Like, my intentions is only to reach out to my brothers and sisters to be of service. See where I may help, as they have helped me. So, yeah, bro, I need you to reach out, bro. I feel like our 6 degrees of separations is really coming into play right now. So, in order for me to do my part, you know what I'm saying? As well as I know you ain't done doing your part in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's important for us to keep this connection going and growing. Again, y'all, it's the intentions that we have for a thing that's going to make the world a difference in every instance. So this is another workout for y'all, right? Before y'all go into a situation, no matter what it is, especially the situations that you troubled about, before you go into these situations, intentionalize how you want this thing to play out. Intentionalize it. So if you going into a interview, let's just say, we don't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't tripping on whatever your walk of life is. You feel me? I got you. Okay, before you go into the interview, you picture the questions that you want to be asked, because you know the certain type of questions we somewhat philosophizing too and prophesying. So let's get into the mind of that. So you intentionalize what questions is gonna be asked. You feel me? Man, my cousin too. Ah, man. Shout out to you, kinfolk. You intentionalize what questions is gonna be asked. Appreciate y'all tapping that screen. Please hit that like button. I said like button. Hit the like button, share the live. If you ain't already subscribed, please subscribe so y'all get the notifications. If you ain't following me on TikTok, make sure y'all follow me, my family on TikTok. Again, we intentionalizing, right? So when we go into everything in life, let's intentionalize how we're going to go into it. My cousin noticed to be envisioning how the play is going to play out. It's the same thing with the rest of these things in life. Envision as you go into that interview the questions they're going to ask you because of your experience. Be in tune with your star player, your being. Envision what they're going to ask you and envision what you're going to say, as well as, guess what? How your intentions is going to affect them. So regardless to what they had in mind, it's going to be your intentions that's going to supersede, because these energies that we call life, that animates these bodies, that gives way to everything around us in this environment, it's all but energy. But if you want to harness it, it requires you to understand the wiring that is you. The wiring in you. Understand that it's not the wires that produce the electricity, but it's the wires that are able to intentionalize the electricity. Because the ions, the elements at play are all around every day. But until you intentionalize it by putting the wires where you want them to go, that's why I'm saying let's wire ourselves. Recognize we've been getting wired up this whole time. Been getting gassed up for the wrong fight. To the point you crash out and you come back life after life like, dang, what was it all about? What was it all about? And all the while, it was meant for you to rise up to your God-like self. Rise back up. Rise back up. The seat of the soul. Once you come from the gut, where we come from, we all really come from the bottom. Once you rise up from the gut, your awareness of this existence starts here. The opening. With the opening of your heart. With the opening of your heart, when they say your passions can be played against you, with the misunderstandings with your brother and your sister, it can be the same thing about how you gonna rise up. You gotta understand, this thing is taking place right now. It's not when we go, it's taking place right now. This is a lucid dream, so to speak. Based on what you understand about right now will determine where you go for the rest of an eternity. When we talking about eternal, focus on the things that are eternal, everlasting. Everlasting. This body is going to go where it's supposed to go. You feel me? And it's going to give way to more life. What's up, King? Can you wash your hands with soap? Okay, let me get your sister here. Tell Ryan to come here. This body going to go where it's supposed to go, y'all. And it's going to be re-intentionalized. But when it comes to this spirit, we got things we supposed to fulfill with this soul. And that's why you feel that feeling of like, nobody really gets me. But look at it this way. It's an opportunity for you to have endless amounts of things to express. Endless amount of things to offer to people. Because of your unique experience. Not to mention, you got endless amount of time to go within you and watch the movie. Watch the movie that you putting on right now. Bored? Bored with who? How you bored? You feel me? You got so much to do and you got so much within you. Remember, the mind works like this because this is going on anyway. So either you gonna come on your own or you gonna be going along kicking and screaming. Either way, this is what we on. But to focus your intention, come on now. That's the true salvation. Come on your own. You feel me? Recognize that the mind is doing this, right? It's constantly recycling and remembering memories. You feel me? As well as man, I'm just saying, Shay, bro. As well as filtering out thoughts. Okay, y'all give me a second, man. When I get through, I'm gonna wash your hands, okay, King? Try not to touch too much. Alright, the mind is constantly remembering, absorbing thought, and filtering out thought. So when it comes to the things that I'm asking you to do for yourself, this is just you taking back hold of the power. That's all. They're not going to tell you that. Because once you have the power, then no one else can take over your power. No one else can borrow the power that you keep lending to them. Because they really don't take it. You lend it to them. Because of your lack of understanding of self. And wanting to fit in. So I'm telling you, stop trying to fit in when you don't. And be glad you don't. Be glad you don't. Thank you, Tequila. They'll definitely get all that. You feel me? Thank y'all for sending positive energy to the family. You feel me? Thank everybody who been showing love and pulling up to the point. We are further amplifying our life. We're further amplifying our life every time we share the live. Every time we tap the screen. Every time you take one of these videos, chop it up, put it on your channel. We want the message to get out. We want the message to get out. We're not tripping on none of that. We want the message to get out. And with that, we know we will be given the desires of our heart that are meant to come from the dark and come forth. Because remember, what happens in the dark? Flowers bloom. So don't be so consumed or dismayed with the fact that when you look around, it's just a few of us. No, certain messages only meant for certain people. But when it's time for everybody to take off running, when we off and running, they will come. But this is the time that we get the ground ready, as my grandfather would do. He would get the ground ready for planting. But that requires you to do some breaking. See, for a lot of us, there's a lot of breaking going on in your life. There's a lot of shaping and molding going on in your life. but you don't understand quite how these things work. So you panicking. You panicking. You feel like it's over with, but it ain't over with. I need you to hold on. Not for long, but just for a little bit. Let's not be like into the child at this point in life where it's like we don't understand time. That's when we lack patience. That's why we lack patience. Because we don't understand timing. Understand that in the right timing that thing is going to take place. And you don't want it to happen a minute sooner or later. You don't want it. You want that thing to come into being in a perfect peace. If you ever had an ailment, if you ever had something that bothered you or caused you discomfort, you know what it means to have peace or to be relieved. So it's not until you can learn to appreciate these things that you will be able to seek and understand the way of being and not be so caught up in the ego that you can't appreciate the true nature that we're supposed to be connected with. Salutes to you, twin. That we supposed to be connected with. The true nature that we supposed to be concerned with. And not the things that puff us up to make us feel like we more than what we should feel. Rather than recognizing the connection that we have in the job that we really have. It's really a job to learn to express yourself further so there's not so many misunderstandings. It's really a job to intentionalize your purpose, so therefore when you project out or when you move, everything you stand on, everything you say you're about is in tune. To the point when you say move, things move. No, this is real. This is real. This is real. But once you get in tune with your star player, you are no longer consumed with the ways that they told you to be consumed with. And then, only then, can you play the drum of life. So then we reach to the main consciousness, where we supposed to be, opening up the heart. And once you open up the heart, you will begin to understand and philosophize. So therefore you can prophesy based on what you already surmise. That is taking so quick within your faculties. It's like there's so many things taking place so quick within our faculties that we think about other people. Appreciate y'all tapping that screen, sharing the live. Man, hit that like button, drop a comment, say what's up. Because this is my way of saying what's up to y'all. By putting you up on what's up. Don't get it twisted. As I talk, the ancestors speak through and I'm listening with y'all. You feel me? I'm listening with y'all. So let's not get caught up in who has been chosen as the vessel today. We speaking about the ways of the spirit. You feel me? And being concerned with how we focus our spirit to come forth. So we can come from the dark and be the light. Be the light. But also don't be scared to go into the dark. Recognize the balance that it provides. See, the dark for a lot of us sometimes is when we step out, we don't know what's going to happen. That's the dark. But you got to also understand this. You know as sure as you are putting forth an effort, something has to take place. Even if it's a pushback. Even if it's a pushback. But recognize even with the pushback, I come to understand that thing that is alive. When life push back, you push back. You push back. And we determine who won it by who pushed back the hardest. Or who continues to push. Because we all seeking to be successful, right? And that's a result of what? Succession in life. You can't get success from just doing it one time. You feel me? No. Success is a result of a succession. Meaning you continuously doing something. You continuously being so-called success. Don't get it twisted. Let me correct and pull back just a little bit. Success is the accomplishment of a goal you set out to do, even one time. But if you want to be successful to the point you take it from the inner fulfillment to everybody being inclined to understand what is the divine within you, it's going to require a succession. Meaning you're going to have to continue to do that thing. You're going to have to do it daily. You're going to have to think about it every second, every moment. But it's not until you connect the dots in life that you can see that your success is predicated on what you understand about life. You cannot become anything you don't perceive. So it's important that you're not worried about what other people believe about you, but you understand what you believe about you and focus that belief to intend what you want to bring forth. So then you can see and you can feel the power in that moment. And you can know, I am that 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 I am. You feel me? And you do this until you massage that brain of the worry. You massage that brain of the things they done told you or the disdain that people got of themselves and they try to project on you. Because you don't know nobody like you know you. So even if you're talking about somebody being great, it's the understanding that you have of your own greatness that you send other people's way. So all I'm saying is provide some balance in your life. Yes, continue to build other people up, but balance that thing out. Don't keep on talking about how great I am without talking about how great you are. That's why every time you say how great I am, I say you are great too. You are amazing. I come forth like the ancient African or the modernly termed Africans, come bearing gifts, so that all may know that within you, greatness is. Within you, greatness lives. Within you, greatness is. Within you, greatness lives. So when you doing your I am that I am that I am that I am, you write down before you get into your trance phase, before you hypnotize yourself to greatness, before you reprogram yourself to greatness. You say what you want to be. You say, I am confident. I am. You say, I am more than conquered. I am. You say, I am. And you fill it in. Because only you know what you got within and the desires of your heart. So I encourage you again to tap in. And the way that we do that, y'all, is we tap these screens, so we change the algorithm. We share the live. We support people that speak life into our life by using our sweat equity in order to further the currency of their life, so that in our time of needs, we always got our 6 degrees. And again, I'm speaking this into y'all life, so that guess what? In my time of need, I got my 6 degrees. I don't got to be out here begging, but I can lend the information that I have within. I am rich because I have richness to give. Again, the loneliness that you feel is merely the understanding that you have of it's so much in you that must be fulfilled. So much in you that you still got to understand about you in order for you to come forth for real. And you also know that nobody else will never know you all the way for real, because you still have to understand it to express it for real. But don't get so dismayed in that. Look at that as an opportunity to show forth these angles of light, to be an angel of light. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. Let me say that again. I love you as myself, as we are one, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are still in connection. I'm so glad we are. I am so glad that we are in connection. Kinfolk, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. That being said, I want to tell you, it's the peace within that allowed me to give this piece out. See y'all tap that screen, share that live, drop a comment, find my fuck on YouTube. I'm about to jump in the comments, scroll up, make sure I ain't miss nothing. You feel me? And then we out. You know what I'm saying? We out. Follow my folk on TikTok. Appreciate y'all rocking out with us up until now. We just went in for real though. For real. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button, man. We just had an amazing meditation hour, you feel me? Because our hearts and minds was centered on the same thing, you feel me? And we were just honored in our state of being. Oh man, I appreciate y'all love so much. Definitely appreciate y'all. And re-intentionalize that back to y'all for y'all upliftment as well. Appreciate you, Blue. Appreciate you, Tequila. Appreciate you, A9 being up in here. Appreciate you, Shabo. Appreciate you, Wise Girls. Appreciate you, Teresa. You was one of the first people up in here on YouTube. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button. Thank you, A1. I seen you was one of the first people up in here on TikTok. Appreciate you being up in here, my G. Appreciate everybody being up in here in general. Don't get me twisted. Just letting y'all know I've been noticing. Abdul, appreciate you. Appreciate you coming through. Man, I'm doing all right, my G. Michelle, I see you. Appreciate you coming through. Alyssa, appreciate you coming through. What else we got over here? Lady Jack Shack, appreciate you coming through. Man, Trip C's, appreciate you coming through. Love y'all, man. I see y'all in just a few. Peace, family.